Hello everyone, this is George and welcome back to Call of Dragons. As dedicated free-to-play player who played this game for more than 500 days, I'm excited to share some insider tips and tricks with you. Stick around and let's dive in. Today we are going to speak regarding new policies. It's well known that every single new season we are getting updated version of the policies, right? Some new additions, some changed old policies. So if you are already veteran of the game, you understand that in terms of fighting and in terms of development of your new season, policies are really important. If you are going to mess this up, it will take a long time for you to get back on track in order for you to have enough hospital recovery speed, like your legion capacity and lot more, right? So I will try my best to explain every single step which is needed in order for you to progress through the policies tree without spending any gems. I have been playing this game for 500 days and I have never spent gems on policies. That's why I think I know what I'm doing here, right? So whenever you start the game, you have three choices, which is like stamina one, prestige gained, and SP recovery speed. And after that, when you're gonna have them at 8 level, you will have a chance to have military expansion until the 10, right? So here we have a focus on military expansion. We want to have legion capacity more and more until the past one will be opened. So that's our first target here, right? But at the start of the game, you really want to have chain of command and spread the word, because you will be spending your SP by killing darklings, and darklings will be giving you some prestige, because if you are not spending any gems on policies, and even if you are spending gems, you will need to have a lot more prestige at least until the mid game of the KVK. So you are spending SP, you are getting more prestige, and you are trying your best to get them at the 8th level. Meanwhile, you are getting, like, if you have already got this military expansion until level 8, it will say that you need to have all of these three to level 8, so you will start upgrading the levels on Wellspring of Vigor. I think stamina limit bonus is not really necessary at the start of the season, that's why I skipped at first, but whenever you have these two on a level 8, then you are going to the military expansion level 8, and then you are going for the Vigor because of the stamina, because you want to have all of these three on level 8 in order for you to continue upgrading military expansion. After that, the Stone Sentinel is just a seasonal feature. It will give your testaments gain 25%. Well, it's about mystery skills and it's a different topic, but I think until the Augustus Stone, which is right now, until the end of the indecision, whenever you're gonna kill the bear, I think you have to have this one on the level 5, so you will progress through with the mystery skill feature of the Season of Stripe. After that, finally we have some hospital ones, of course, medical supplies, which is granting us daily elixir production, and then we have daily resource healing with the medical recruitment. This is like normally you will move forward, and after that you're gonna have a resource healing cost reduction, which is quite good, especially during war moments. So this like another good policies which I said will be important for PvP. After that, and in the last season we had these drills on epic side, but this season we have them on rare side, right? 10 levels are maximum on every single legion type of the game. It's just increasing the unit attack. And at first you don't have to max them out. Let's max them out like after the mid game or even at the late game. At first, like, we need to upgrade them what's necessary for us to progress through, right? Buried Bones is about like this another feature of the Season of Stripe. Whenever at the end of the season some dead troops are being revived, and I think that's for that feature in the game. At first, I would not go for the warrant capacity because it costs way too much prestige, if you ask me, at the start of the game. Because our another target after that is to have military expansion to as high as possible. And finally, we have like first choices. We have elixir capacity limit and elixir production speed. Here you have two choices which one you're gonna take. I chose elixir production speed because during the wars I'm generally in the game, and if you are in the game often and you will be able to click on heal many times during the day, then I think elixir production speed should be the choice. If you are not online all the time and you won't gonna click on heal button at least 20 times per day, then I think you are going for the elixir capacity limit, because you're gonna have a high limit, and like once or twice you are online and fighting, you're gonna click once or twice, and that should be the enough at that case, right? Down here we have medical administration and medical progress. Daily resource healing is the only way that sometimes I'm spending resources for healing, and stockpile days, honestly not for me, maybe you're gonna like it. Finally, we are on the military expansion tool. That's another milestone for the policies section. Until the 10 level, you are freely to upgrade this military expansion tool, but after that it is kind of required to have these two skills, which is healthcare reforms and medical progress, on a high level in order for us to keep upgrading military expansion tool. After that, of course, we have administrative like excellence, which is granting us 2 more warrants, but honestly, same as here, I would not generally advise to upgrade them straight up, because it costs way too much and you will have some problems regarding progressing through the policy trees with the low amount of prestige, right? Because in my opinion, policies are way important for PvP, hospital, and legion capacity. That's like in my opinion, main ideas behind policies in general. So I would skip again warped capturing thing, and I would go for these ones during the late game. That's like the only time I think it's a good moment for you to farm some pets. So whenever you are like it's already decided and you already finished the hospital trees, hospital policies, you already finished the military expansion ones, like most important ones you should have finished, and after that you are going for administrative excellence 2 and also with the excellence 1, and at that moment I think you will have enough prestige for you to safely upgrade these 2 pet policies. Now, after the military expansion 2, we have one of the most important decisions in terms of policies here, and I will try my best to make it way easier. Honestly, we have here benevolence, reprieve, and diligence. Besides last season's choices, we have additional buffs, because benevolence is giving us legion defense 5%, prestige gained plus 10%, and resource healing minus 5%. Reprieve is having 1 million resource healing daily quantity and limit, daily elixir production 20k, legion attack 5%, legion march speed minus 3%, and resource healing cost minus 10%. Here we have 5 million resource healing, in my opinion the best additional buff in the game, which is HP, 5% HP buff, stamina bonus 15%, and resource healing cost minus 20%. Well, in order for you to have an easier choice here, I would say for free-to-play players who are not generally fighting, I would be going for benevolence. Free-to-play players, 4.5 T5s, I guess like players who have 50 million and more power but still on tier 4 and they are fighting constantly, I would be going for reprieve. And tier 5 players, the whale players who are going to do the resource healing quest, which is in achievements, that's for them. That's my general idea. If you are not going for this healing quest, which needs I think 10 or 20 million resource healing done during the KVK, that's the diligence policy, which will be important for you to have if you are going for that quest. I understand, even for me, whenever I saw Legion HP plus 5% buff, I wanted to try diligence, but it would be a big mistake in my opinion for me to risk it and go for this one, because 20 million here like hospital care capacity is quite low. Of course, that's why I said free-to-play players, low tier force, I think first one, high tier force and fighters second one, which is middle one, and tier 5 players, whales who are fighting constantly, who are going to use their resources generally often for healing their troops, I will be going for diligence. Even me right now, I can actually upgrade to Repair, but it costs 200k and I don't feel comfortable for myself to spend 200k. I will just slowly get more, and meanwhile I will be upgrading medical supplies and healthcare reform until I will have a lot more prestige. Now after that we still have two choices. We have medical supplies and we have healthcare reform, and yet again I think here elixir production speed is the best one if you are generally playing the game all the time. Daily resource healing and daily resource healing by the numbers and by the percentage. I will be going for percentage because I generally like percentages more. That's simple reason. Rapid movement is the policy for moving faster and now around the battlefield. Actually it has 20 levels. I don't think last season we had 20 levels on rapid movement, but I guess we kind of have to spend a lot of prestige on this policy, which is quite important if you ask me. Not the priority, but it will help us during the PvP of the game. And after that we have two new policies, Light of the Beacon and Captain of the Guard. Light of the Beacon is giving us rally army damage up to 10% on 20 levels, which means I think we even need more prestige in this season's policies than last season. And Captain of the Guard, Garrison Legion damage. It's defensive one, which is 10% also, and it needs like 20 level more. I don't think we had the 320 level like policies which are legendary last season. I think we had these reels on 20 level because they were epic ones, or maybe 15, right? Quite important and quite interesting policies, which are new ones. I think rally army damage and the garrison legion damage should be interesting. It might change a lot if you ask me, because defensive formations and defensive tactics are quite popular in Call of Dragons. The bitter end, new wording, new icon for the policy, which we kinda had before, but it is changed. Legions deal 5% more damage when both sides in the battle have the policies enabled. 2% of both sides severely wounded units will die. So we have here something which we need to talk about, right? If you are the only one having bitter end and you are attacking somebody who does not have, you are not getting 5% more damage and nobody is getting army killed, which is quite important because only the requirement is that both legions which are fighting with each other should be having bitter end enabled, and only after that legions are going to deal 5% more damage and they are going to have 2% severely wounded units die. That's important to understand, important to remember. Before it was not like that. Before, if you were only one who had this policy, you were getting the benefits of the percentage damage and the died units. So far, what do I think about new policies? I guess the newest change here is that Captain of the Guard and Light of the Beacon is new additions. The drills are not epic level like before it was epic. They are giving us some buffs. This, I think, the newest change of the policies this season is that we are having Legion attack, Legion defense, Legion HP bonuses in the governance directions. So it's quite important because these are high buffs which are effective during the PvP battles. Other than that, I think the policies section got easier. It's way easy to understand where you are going and what you are actually doing. Before it was just like upgrading every single one of them. That's how I think some players have been doing, and I promise that if you are moving forward correctly on the policy tree, even during PvP, you will have some kind of advantages simply because you did policies better than other players. Now, as always, tell me guys, what do you think about Season of Strike policies section? And yeah, as always, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share, comment. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this amazing game. I wish everyone an amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and good luck.